Unrivaled wrapped up a big opening week of games, reaching a total of more than 3 million viewers across TNT and True TV. Okay, well, you're saying 3 million viewers across these two networks, but how did you get to that number?
Did you see what just happened to Unrivaled, the new women's basketball league? It was supposed to change everything, but now it's crashing fast. The viewership drop is so bad it's like watching a car wreck in slow motion. TNT said 3 million people watched, but that number isn't what it seems. The real numbers, they're shocking. Let's break it down.
So we got ourselves a cap-filled situation right here, all right? Right here. Now, I tried to tell y'all that Unrivaled was going to be a DOA kind of situation.
Opening night, TNT reported 313,000 viewers. Not bad, right? But then they started saying they hit 3 million across all channels. Sounds amazing, except it doesn't add up.
Supporters, well, my goodness, as the kids say, that's cap. Now, I don't know if you know what that means, but that is a slang term, slang lingo for that's a lie.
We did some digging, and those numbers? Fake. TNT counted people from channels that weren't even showing the games. By Monday, the real viewership had dropped 187,000 for the first game, 120,000 for the second. That's less than half of where they started.
Do you see this, folks? That's 0.187. That's 187,000 viewers. Yikes. How about the second game? That's 0.120. That's 120,000 viewers. So between both games combined, they got 300,000 viewers. Where'd your math come from?
Compared to other sports, these numbers are embarrassing. Some say it's worse than when ESPN aired NBA 2K games during the pandemic. TNT is trying to make Unrivaled look like a hit, but fans can tell the difference.
Now, that doesn't mean that TNT Sports is not going to be willing to continue to pour money into the situation, all right? Because I got a story here that shows that they plan on trying to go on the road in 2026. What? Excuse me?
What about the players? Big names like Brianna Stewart and Aaliyah Boston signed up for this, but now they're playing for shrinking audiences. And if you think the games must at least be good, well...
And I think we can talk about Unrivaled without just giving praise to everything. Like, it was also some of the worst basketball I've ever seen, professional basketball I've ever seen on the TV. And I'm specifically talking about Monday night.
The quality of play is shocking. Some of the best players in the world are out there. But what we're seeing looks worse than a pickup game at the park.
Like, that Laces and Mist game, I've never in my life seen so many missed open layups in sports. Like, I play right now, post every injury and post everything, I play like really low level, basically a not very good level rec league. Basically with a load of guys who used to be good at basketball 15 years ago and are like in their 40s, just kind of keeping it going. There's less missed layups in the league I play in than this league.
These are supposed to be top athletes, but they're struggling with basic shots. Missed layups, sloppy plays, fumble passes. It looks like a blooper reel. Even amateur leagues are probably thinking, glad that's not us.
I think the rage is being said it where it's like the commentators and pundits are so scared to say anything negative. Like, they're scared to even say, the Mist aren't in this game because, well, the Mist aren't in the game because Dejanay Carrington is an offensive liability because they're leaving her open. And that's the problem it is with women's basketball, is if you can't make a basketball like statement without hate.
The commentators, they're trying hard to hype things up, but you can't make a bad game look good. It's like trying to sell warm water as ice.
Saturday was okay, other than the pathetic Phantom team. I thought that Friday was really good. I really enjoyed Friday. But you can see how many people turned off the game on Monday, which isn't good.
One team, the Phantom, is getting roasted by analysts. Their performance is a disaster. But instead of fixing things, Unrivaled has a wild plan. They're building a brand new arena in Miami.
Right now, all games are being played in Miami in their 850-seat arena, built specifically for Unrivaled. They built an arena for Unrivaled. Okay.
Yep. While viewership is falling, they're spending big on stadiums. And they're not stopping there. In 2026, they want to take the league on the road. Their big hope? Caitlin Clark.
If Caitlin Clark joins, that Iowa City would be a place they would look at. I can tell you right now, if Clark joins and they go to Iowa City, they get 15,000 people up there. Maybe more.
They're betting on Clark joining and saving the league. But here's the thing. She hasn't even said she's interested. It's like planning a party for someone who doesn't know you exist.
Like, we've got to be able to talk about the league. And this is not from someone who wants the league to fail. A lot of people are like, oh, they want it to fail because, they want to show that, Caitlin Clark's bigger in women's basketball. Look, we all know that. Like, we don't need more evidence of what is obvious. We don't.
Even if she joins, can one player save an entire league? Some experts don't think so. But Unrivaled isn't slowing down. They're planning a big tour with only 4 teams traveling.
But there is a little bit of wise business acumen in the decision if they can hang on that long, and there's a lot of ifs here. The number one if being, is Caitlin Clark ever going to play? I mean, we know that's the only way this league makes it. Period.
So, let's sum it up. Viewership is crashing. They're spending money like crazy, and they're hoping the college play will fix everything. It sounds more like a fantasy than a real plan.
Bazell said it wouldn't visit more than 4 cities, and the league will still have a home base. The operational cost, Bazell said, would be similar as it's only 4 teams would travel to a given stop. Important to maintaining a premier player experience, the league would use charter airfare to transport its players.
Some critics aren't holding back. They're calling this a woke vanity project. Ouch!
Now, I also told y'all when I made the ratings video the other day that, my goodness, we would see a hell of a lot of spin, and it had already started. Well, the spin continues, folks.
Meanwhile, the media is pretending everything's fine. Instead of addressing the real problems, they're trying to sell a failing product. But fans aren't buying it. Over 60% of viewers didn't come back after the first game.
Well, I don't know about y'all's math, but let's just do some quick math in our head. So the first 2 games combined for 630,000, whatever. Not enough. The next 3 games combined for roughly 400,000. So that's I'll give them credit. I'll give them some extra credit. Let's say 1.3 million. Now, what's 3 million minus 1.3? Not nearly enough.
So, can Unrivaled turn this around? Some believe they can, but they need to step up fast. Better games, bigger stars. Without that, they'll be playing in empty arenas.
And here's my issue. TNT Sports, USPR, where the hell did you get your numbers from exactly? All right, inquiring minds want to know, where did you get these numbers at? Because this math is BS.
But the media, they're acting like everything's fine. It's like watching someone try to bail water out of the Titanic with a teaspoon. Instead of telling it like it is, they're hyping it up with zero substance. And is anyone buying it? Apparently not. Over 60% of viewers didn't come back after Game 1. That's not just bad. That's delete the app and pretend it never existed bad.
Unrivaled, Phantom versus Laces, True TV. Yikes. 110,000 viewers? Question mark? 110,000 viewers. That is a disaster, folks.
So here's the $1 million question. Can Unrivaled turn this around? Some say there's still a chance. If they stabilize their viewership and, actually play good basketball. But let's be real, that's a huge if. Right now. The league's future is looking shakier than a rookie at the free throw line.
I thought these other games they got throughout the weekend might get 250,000 viewers. One other one might get 300,000. This is worse than I anticipated. You know what I mean? It's They got themselves a tragic disaster on their hands. A young disaster situation percolating in the Unrivaled. DOA.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. Remember all those other failed sports leagues? Unrivaled is walking that same tightrope. They've got until 2026 to fix this. But in pro sports, that's a lifetime. Will they pull off a miracle, or are we watching the final buzzer on a league that never really got off the bench? One superstar won't be enough. They need a game changer, actually a whole team of them. Because in sports, it's not about promises, it's about performance. And right now,